Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and as always we are here to talk about plants. Maybe you noticed, or maybe you honestly didn't, you probably didn't, but this video is going up a little bit later than normal, and that's really just because, you know, the world is crashing and burning, and so I just been a little bit preoccupied watching the news like 24/7. So I meant to film on Thursday, and then you know what happened. So here we are, I'm here to film. I do just want to say I hope everybody is in like a good place right now. I know that things are really hard, and they're really hard for me too, so I'm thinking of all of you right now. Can you stop eating that plant? I cannot start this video without mentioning the fact that there are 162 people that subscribe to my channel. I just wanted to say thank you so much for subscribing. It really means so much to me. This is like what I love doing. Plants are the one thing in my life that just like makes me so happy, and so to be able to share that with you is amazing to me. So thank you so much if you subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to. No pressure, but you know, I'm gonna be here every week making plant videos, so go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Today's video is gonna be more casual, not so much like informational like my last video was. And today I just wanna talk about 5 plants that I know that I wanna buy in 2021. This is less of a wish list because I did make a wish list a couple of weeks ago. This is more of just like plants that I already know that I really wanna buy and I have every intention on buying. And I thought maybe at the end of the year I could kind of look back and see if I did end up with all 5 of them or not. But I really hope so, because the 5 plants that are on this list I like really want. So 5 plants that I have every intention of buying in 2021, fingers crossed. Okay, plant number 1 is not the most exciting plant, although I will say stunning, visually stunning, and that is a more mature Monstera deliciosa. Now, I do have a smaller version, actually right behind me here. You probably can't see it, it might be out of focus, but I do have a bit of a smaller version of a Monstera, and I think it honestly might be a Borzigiana, which I don't exactly understand like all the specifics. I think that there's still some kind of like discussion as to whether or not Borzigiana is even a species or not. Regardless, I do have a smaller species behind me of Monstera, and I really want one of those big leafed Monsteras with all of like the fenestrations. You know, you've seen them. If you haven't seen one, you can check out Kaylee Ellen's channel. She has like a pretty good example of a huge Monstera with like big fenestrations that she got. And that's what I want. Probably not as big as hers, but I really do want like a really big Monstera. Fingers crossed, I think we're moving towards July, so I'm hoping that once we get into a new space, we have space to get a nice big Monstera. That's kind of my plan. I don't think I'll be buying one until after our move, but I'm hoping that in 2021, like sometime this year, I end up with like a nice big leafy boy. Feel me? Okay, the next plant I have to have this year is, I wrote them all down, is a global green pothos. This is another plant that I talked about in my wish list video from a couple weeks back. I'll link it up in the cards if you haven't seen it. But I did mention it in that video, and I want a global green pothos so badly. And they're so difficult to find, but I literally think at this point I will end up just buying like a couple of leaf cuttings on Etsy and then just trying to propagate them myself, because it's almost impossible to find like full plants of global green. But I really just want one so badly that this year, by the end of the year, if I don't have one, I have every intention of just buying a couple like nodes on Etsy and trying to root them and growing a plant, because I think global green pothos are plants that are almost never talked about. I almost never hear anybody really talking about them, and they're so beautiful and so unique. And they're really hard to get your hands on, so obviously maybe that's why people don't really talk about them, but I'm gonna get one this year, mark my words. Hopefully by the end of this year, I will be watching this video and I will have a beautiful global green pothos, and I will just be... Okay, the third plant that I'm definitely gonna end up buying this year, whether I want to or not, is going to be a Philodendron silver sword. Honestly, I think that the Philodendron silver swords, the coloring is just stunning. Like, I've never seen a plant that has like that silvery, like almost like jade green color to it. Almost like seafoam green, if I could think of like a word for it or a color. They're so uniquely like colored. The only other plant that I can think of that's even remotely similar in texture and color is the Philodendron brantianum. Aside from the coloring, I don't really think that Philodendron silver swords are like that incredible. Like they're fine. Like I look at them and I'm like not wowed by them. But I do feel like I will end up buying one this year because I feel like they are like the quintessential part of any houseplant collector's collection. Like every houseplant collector has like a big gigantic silver sword, or they have like the little props with like the juvenile form and the little like shiny leaves, and it's like I just need one. Like I need one of those. I need to feel like validated in my philodendron collection, and so I definitely feel like this year in 2021 I will be buying a philodendron silver sword probably soon. The fourth almost final plant that I will be buying in 2021 is kind of a collection, if you will, of plants, and that is honestly any Hoya. I got the Hoya bug this year. I had only one Hoya that I killed pretty early on in my plant journey, and then I never really like explored more into the Hoya space because number one, they can be a little finicky. They need a lot of light. I've never had like a ton of light before until I got grow lights, and also sometimes I just found them to be like a little bit boring. But that was past me because I now really, really love Hoyas. And I think that kind of got sparked when I found the variegated Hoya compacta that I talked about in my plants of 2020 video. Some of my favorite plants I bought this year. Talked about that guy in that video. I can link that in the cards as well. But I got that plant and I was obsessed with it. The variegation on it is beautiful. And that's kind of what like spawned me to want to buy more Hoyas. So recently I did buy an ovovata. If you watched my houseplant wishlist video, my Hoya ovovata was on there and I did get one. I had a moment of consumerism weakness and I just ordered it on Etsy for no reason. Didn't need it. I still don't need it, but I did buy one and I really do love it. So this year in 2021, I am going to be buying more Hoyas. Give me all the Hoyas. Also, leave me in the comments below what Hoyas I need because I like Hoyas, but I like ones that are a little bit more unique. So let me know in the comments what Hoyas I should be buying because I'm on the Hoya hunt right now. All right, the last plant that I'm definitely buying this year, and it's gonna put a huge freaking hole in my pocket, and I don't even care. It's a Thai constellation. I have to buy a Monstera Thai constellation sometime this year. I was gonna buy one last year, and then like pandemic and money and like life, and then now it's winter, and so I've been meaning to buy one, and now it's like a little bit too late. So 2021 is my year. I really, at this point, almost don't care how much money I have to spend on it. I'm willing to spend multiple hundreds of dollars, even though I don't want to. I don't want to, but I need one. Like, I need a Monstera Thai constellation in my life. I've been wanting one for multiple years now, and 2021 is my year. I'm getting a Thai constellation. I don't care how much it is. I will be getting one, so stay tuned for that. 2021 is my Thai constellation year. If you have anything that you want to see from me, any videos that you want me to make, any video ideas, go ahead and leave them in the comments because I'd say this every video and nobody really listens, and that's fine. I'll just keep saying it over and over and over again. But please leave in the comments what you'd like to see from me because I really want to make content that is valuable to you and I don't know, that people want to see. So yeah, go ahead and leave me some comments below, and other than that, you guys, I hope you're staying well. I hope that you guys are all in a good headspace, and if you're not, I hope that this video gave you a little bit of joy today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!